doubt?
That and other professions.
Yes, Your Honor, I do admit that I did sleep with an ex at that time, but before he went away for a while, he was in a relationship with another female. You know, so yeah, I was gonna first work it out with my ex, and we did have intimacy, which I do regret because of what I caught. I wanted to fix it and make it work with him for our child because our child deserves what we didn't have, which was we didn't grow up with both of our parents. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have a full, complete family growing up, and we both decided that we wanted to have a complete family. He asked me to marry him.
So after all this, Mr. Edwards, you agreed to marry Ms. Ramos? You asked her to marry you?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Okay. Because you felt like you really wanted to try to make it work?
Yes, with the child, you know, and play and things that I've been through in my life, I wanted to, you know, show a difference, be something, you know, better than my mother, my father was.
So, Mr. Edwards, when you found out she was pregnant, did you believe you were the child's biological father?
No,
You didn't?
Nope.
Yo no sé,
I
quería
have
aquí
proof
contar
right here,
la
Honor,
ropa.
with him being at the
I
hospital
don't know.
with this big smile on his face. I'd rather that you not come to the hospital if you felt the way you felt than coming to the hospital and playing as this role
Huh?
if you're gonna doubt the role.
I'd like to see that.
¿Dónde?
Your Honor, may I say
No, I just
Let
took
me
that
look at
off.
this evidence first.
No, I took
You
it off.
presented
I
the
took
court
the
with
things
pictures.
that I had off and I
Oh,
put them in that
las cosas
cajon.
que tenía de mi hija, ahí ven.
Yeah.
Pictures of it looks like a couple just welcomed their baby into the world.
Exactly. Look at that.
Mr. Edwards, you look pretty happy.
It's just like that. That's what hurts. That's what.
And Ms. Ramos, this upsets you.
Yes, it hurt. It sets me bad. It sets me very bad.
Jerome, I want you to give Mr. Edwards a close-up look at this picture. Matter of fact, send him this one too. Mr. Edwards, I'm looking at these pictures presented to the court. That doesn't look like a look of doubt. You look like a happy dad in those pictures. What are you thinking in that moment?
whose baby is this?
Really?
Before I even see you, I knew about you. Everybody was talking about you.
Okay.
So who is this girl that's sleeping with everybody?
You're 23 years old. It's another minute man. I
No,
bet
it's not
you.
a minute
Let's
man,
come back in 5 years, and we're gonna see if you married to him. Let me tell you something, little girl. You got a lot of mouth, but not a lot of maturity. When it comes to 1-month-old Xavier Edwards, it has been determined by this court.
Searching for meaning in a relentless world, always connecting, but somehow alone, trapped by illusion. We offer another path, where the battle to belong begins. Awakened by a calling, united by the cause you fight for. No one can take away, nor destroy what it means to be among the few, the proud, the Marines.
Helping pets. These are the lives Subaru retailers have impacted in our communities through our support of over 1,400 hometown charities. In fact, Subaru and our retailers will have proudly donated over $200 million to national and hometown charities through the Subaru Share the Love event going on now.
New from the original donut shop.
These one-step lattes are so rich and creamy.
Right? Coffee, sweetener, and real dairy. All in one pot. New one-step latte from the original donut shop. Now there's a great latte you can get at home. Black Friday's here early, so get the 5G America's been waiting for.
Verizon 5G is next level.
Unlimited plans fit everyone in your family starting at just $35. With 5G included at no extra cost. Plus, you'll get the entertainment and gaming the whole family will love.
100% obsessed with The Mandalorian.
I watch a lot of sports.
It has all my favorite shows.
Switch now and get $13.50 off our best 5G phones.
It's like a gift on top of another gift. Gifts keep coming at you.
This is 5G from America's most reliable network.
How about new?
No. No way.
Come on. No. No. No.
No.
No. Only Discover has no annual fee on any card.
figure it out. We're not together now, and I continue to be the strong woman that I am today. I have gone back to work, I'm going to school, and I'm still doing what I got to do for our son. What have you done? You didn't help me. You didn't try to help me.
Mr. Edwards, you asked this woman to marry you. You've shown up at the hospital for the birth of this baby. You've taken the father photos and gave him your last name. I mean, just go down the line. You've checked every box that applies to father. But after all of this, you say you're not the biological father.
There was just the doubts. It was just the cheating.
Mr. Edwards, you say you brought a witness
Yeah,
today? I'd
that's
like
true.
to hear from that witness.
Yeah, she's irrelevant.
Girl, will you please escort her into the courtroom?
She's only been here since around February. She's a nobody. So,
You have to witness stand next to the judge.
because you're sleeping with her too.
That's what you think.
No, it's what I know.
Or go ahead and grab a seat up there, watch your step.
Ms. Vaughn, thank you for joining us today. We are here discussing the paternity of baby Xavier. What do you have to add to this?
When he said she was pregnant, it was already a rumor going around that she was pregnant before they started talking by somebody else.
Disagree.
Everybody knew about it.
Well, that's because everybody's always making up lies because nobody likes me.
Before I even seen you, I knew about you. Everybody was talking about you.
Okay.
So who is this girl that's sleeping with everybody?
How about you answer the question about how the baby was born a month and 2 weeks early?
Oh, I can't help it if he was born a month early.
Wait a minute now, Mr. Edwards. You say the baby was born a month and 2 weeks early.
No, a month early.
So now, in your mind, you're putting together a month early and already pregnant for a month. Is that where you get your doubt from?
It was just so much going on, so it was like a back and forth. I'm the father. No, I'm not the father. I'm the father. I'm not.
And this kept playing in your mind. You're the
Yeah.
father, you're not the father. Are you all still trying to be together?
No,
I broke up.
No, Your Honor. Actually, no. I'm engaged and about to get ready to get married next month. He's irrelevant to the case. Yeah.
With his arms on your brand new baby. So in 27 days, I'm gonna tell you something as a grown woman. 27 days ago, you had him in the hospital saying he's the father of your child. So it does not matter. The point is you allowed it. You brought the pictures. Hold on. You brought the pictures for proof.
Right.
To say that what he is contending is not true.
Right.
So in this moment now, just because you've gone off with your next minute man, talking about you getting married, yes it is, trust me, you 23 years old, it's another minute man, I bet you, let's come back. Come back in 5 years and we're going to see if you married
All
him.
right, and you will.
Because let me tell you something,
Well.
little girl, you got a lot of mouth, but not a lot of maturity. And that's the difference. You're talking, but you aren't saying anything. 27 days ago, you got him holding your baby saying it's mine. Today, you're talking about, okay, I ain't even got nothing to do with him because I'm marrying somebody else.
Hey, mija.
It doesn't go like that because if he is the biological
Nothing.
father of the child, the way you say he is, then he will have a legal
Just
right to
here.
keep the child, and he's not going to go away.
Actually, no, he's not. He's not gonna have no.
That's
type
what
of
she was
right to
saying
the
at the
child.
beginning too.
I don't want that.
What are you doing?
All that.
Hold on. If it is Mr. Edwards,
Chris took her
then
to
the
Peter
truth is
Piper's.
this child has a right to know and have a relationship with his father.
Which is why I am here.
Exactly. So my point is, in the moment, even when you feel attacked, don't start backtracking and backpedaling from the very reason why you had the courage to come stand in this position in the first place. You came here for your child because you believe he's doubting your baby. And as a mother, that doesn't feel good. You hurt.
What are you doing?
And you have a right to be hurt. Even if it's your doing. Even if it's true. And maybe you did have sex with somebody else during the week. I don't care what it is to be 27 days out and having to deal with this level of
I was laying down. My back's been hurting.
You hurt. And so at the end of the day, let's just keep ourselves in a level of maturity. Let's keep a level of decorum that allows you to get the answer you need for your baby. And we have that.
And Chris had been cleaning out the yard and stuff, cutting it. And so he finished and
These results were prepared by DNA
took a
Diagnostics,
shower.
and they read us.
And we took Mallory to go to Peter Piper's for a little bit.
In the case of Ramos versus Edwards, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Edwards, you, Mr. Edwards, you now are informed that she had sex with one of her exes. And this is what leads you to doubt?
That and other professions.
Are you all still trying to be together?
No, I broke up. No, Your Honor. Actually, no. I'm engaged and about to get ready to get married next month.
Wait, the baby's just 27 days old. In the case of Ramos versus Edwards, when it comes to 1-month-old Xavier Edwards, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Edwards, you are the father.
Thank you. I want you to apologize to our son. I want you to apologize to him because I told you since day one.
How do you feel in this moment, Mr. Edwards?
I'm afraid.
Why are you afraid?
I just don't feel like she's gonna allow me to be in his life, that's all.
Your Honor, that's not the point that I want to take the baby out of his life, but he already know the lifestyle that he has.
Listen, you came here to get the answer for your baby. You knew to be true, and the DNA vindicated you, right?
Yes, it did.
So now you've got to say to yourself, let me open the door so my child can have a relationship with his father. But Mr. Edwards, you have to walk through the door. This little boy is going to be looking to you as his example in life. So if you've got to clean up your path, I can't think of a better reason than this beautiful baby.
I have no troubles in this area as far as family goes.
Good.
I'm a family man, even with the doubts in my head.
Well, I can see the look on your face that you convinced,
Yes.
beyond a shadow of a doubt, that Zoe is your daughter.
Yes.
And so why?
Miss Manning sent me a picture, and I thought it was my son at first. It was actually Zoe. And so I took a picture of my son and her, and I compared it, and that's when I thought she was my child.
Ms. Manning, you are convinced Mr. Haynes is not Zoe's biological father.
Yes, Your Honor.
And why do you feel you know that for certain?
Zoe was conceived at the end of October, and we had already broken up.
And so this picture here is a picture of Zoe.
Yes, Your Honor.
You sent that picture to Mr. Haynes?
Yes.
So why would you send a picture of her at all if you know for certain he's not her biological father? Why even send a picture?
I've never even told him that he wasn't the father. I just told him there was a possibility he was the father.
She said I was the father multiple times. Then she also told me I wasn't the father multiple times.
So first let me understand, what was the nature of your relationship?
We first met when I was getting a tattoo, and it was at her residence, and we only dated for a short period of time until she ended the relationship. So I ended up moving on and got with my ex now, my son's mom.
Was it a committed relationship when you dated, or were you dating other people?
It was a committed relationship.
Was it a committed relationship, Ms. Manning?
Yes, Your Honor.
How long after that did you find out you were pregnant, Ms. Manning?
We broke up in the middle of October, and I found out in
That's a
December.
lie. We actually broke up in November of 2013.
And you know that for certain?
Yes.
Because
It was actually at one of my friends. She just gave birth, and we were both at the hospital, and we were dating at that time.
And so when did you find out you were pregnant, Ms. Manning?
In December.
In December.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you found out you were pregnant, you say now that you informed Mr. Haynes he was a possibility?
I didn't inform him he was a possibility until she was like 9 months old.
Oh, so you had the baby,
Mm-hmm.
and Mr. Haynes never knew.
Mm-mm.
And you had the baby all the way till she was 9 months old.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then you informed Mr. Haynes that he was a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
What made Mr. Haynes, you submitted a timeline to the court. Will you please step over to the
Yeah.
monitor and explain to the court what this means?
So, March of 2014 is when I received the photo of Zoe, but like I told you guys just previous, that I thought it was my son, and I found out it wasn't.
And you felt like she sent you the picture because she was your child.
Yes.
So you're thinking you are the father.
Yes.
Okay, move on.
And then in May, or around May, I should say, of 2014 was when I first got the Facebook message saying that I was not the father.
Based on what information?
Because that's when the father that's on the birth certificate, that's when she told me about him.
Okay, so in early 2015, what happened?
That's when I got unblocked from her, and that's when I received a message from her saying that I was the father again.
Ms. Manning, did you write him back and say, now you are? And you were with Mr. Haynes in October. How can you even be certain that he's not? Or are you just saying that because you are angry at him, which I don't understand why you're so angry at him, because you broke up with him, right? What is this about?
I got together with him in a break between me and my ex, which is the one on the birth certificate. And I broke up with him because I didn't want to drag him on.
All right. Despite what your gut says to you, do you hope Mr. Haynes is her biological father?
Yes.
You do. So even though your gut says to you, you do not think he's the father, your heart says, I hope he is, because I want her to have someone who wants her. What are your hopes, Mr. Haynes?
I just want to find out the truth because it's been almost 4 years of going back and forth that I'm the father. So I just want the proof.
And you want to be her father?
Yes.
Miss Manning, it's been a long road. It's been 4 years. And he's admitted everybody else has a daddy, and where's mine? And